Good afternoon to all. And thank you, Chairperson Colleen, 5 years. Principal Stuart Joseph, Addison James, the Education Officer responsible for this area, and Mrs. James, parents, teachers, students, all a pleasant good afternoon. I don't think I've been in a setting with Mr. James and have not come out learning something. And this afternoon is no different. And this afternoon, I'm going to leave here thinking about the frying pan and whether it is too small. But I think it is an absolute gem of a story that really hits home with the children here this afternoon. And it's all about the opportunities that are before them and whether or not they turn the opportunities into something great. Because as we are here this afternoon and we see the 42 students who are graduating, we know not what anyone will be 10 or 15 years from now. 10 or 15 years from now, they can be on the world stage, setting their mark and making St. Kitts and Nevis very proud. As well as they can produce nothing. And it all depends upon how they position themselves, I believe, over the course of the next few years, which is very, very important. I want to begin this afternoon by saying I believe, first of all, thank Lorraine James and her, I will call them the breakfast team, who every Wednesday go out to the school and with volunteers produce what we call a breakfast for those in need. And we believe it's critical at this juncture for the young minds to mold them and to make sure that we nurture them in times of need. So I want you to thank Lorraine James and her team for that Wednesday. I would also like to thank Ms. Brown, and I see her here on the platform, and Leisha Hutchinson, because we run a program every Tuesday and every Thursday, both in Challengers and in Halfway Tree, where it's a homework and reading program. And I think right now the program is up to about 50 students, where we teach them homework and reading skills for about 50 students. I want to thank those two for that commendable effort. I want first of all again to say welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Principal Stuart Joseph, members of the faculty, chairman, proud parents, and above all, the graduating class. It is really my honor today to bestow my sincere congratulations to you all. I very much imagine that you're very excited about graduating, and I'm speaking to the graduating class. You've been a part of this prestigious institution for 7 years and have learned some very valuable lessons both in and out of the classroom here. Some of you may be really happy about the new chapter, and some of you may very well be a little bit scared of all the changes that come along with a brand new school. And although it may have been decades ago, I still remember feeling the rush of emotions that you are feeling here today. And looking at your faces, at your school, at your teachers, and at your proud parents, I realized that everything really has changed. Because I saw Mr. James come up here with I think it was an iPad. And he's a very, very brave man. Because if you look at me, I don't come with iPads because I'm afraid of technology. And I'm afraid the iPad shut down on me in the middle of my speech. So I am of the old school, I come with paper. But you know, today the youngsters, they're all into technology. And really and truly, that is excellent. Because technology is the way of the future. And let me tell you that today is both an end and it is also a beginning. This graduation ceremony marks the end of your tenure as a primary school student. And come September, you will be beginning one of the most wonderful, memorable, and exciting parts of your lives. Each one of us is on a journey, and our lives will lead us down many different paths. However, I want to say to you this afternoon that no matter what or who you encounter, no matter where this wonderful, mysterious journey of life takes you, there are 4 things we must never forget. 4 things we must never forget. As a man who stood in your shoes and who has traveled many roads of life, I'm going to share them with you this afternoon. And students, I want you to listen to them very, very carefully. And you have to remember them, and you have to live with and by them. The very first thing you must remember is you must be willing to grow. You must be willing to grow. You will face many challenges. You will come across situations that seem difficult and some that even seem impossible. But you must be determined to rise above those very obstacles. Self-examination is essential. And growth is essential. You have the power to transform yourselves into the very best version of you. If you are willing to adapt, if you are willing to alter, if you are willing to adjust yourselves and to suit the many experiences of life, embrace growth. Find out what you are good at. Find out what you like to do. Harness it, and then grow as much as possible as you can. Really and truly, the world is full of opportunities waiting for you to have the courage to conquer. The second thing you need to be is, which sometimes is lacking today, is that you have to be kind. It costs $0 or 0 cents to be kind. Everyone you meet is fighting a battle. Everyone you meet is fighting a battle. I'm fighting a battle. Everyone you will encounter has a very unique story. You never know what someone is going through. Never know what they're going through. And how a kind word from you may be the very thing that they need to save them from the brink of disaster. No act of kindness, no matter how small or how insignificant you may think it is, or it appears, is ever wasted. You have to be always generous, even overly generous, because what you put out into the universe is certainly what you will receive. Make your best effort to be kind in every situation, on every given day. The third thing you need to be is to be grateful. Grateful. We say it every day, thank you. But sometimes we truly do not know how much power thank you has. When you appreciate people, events, experiences, and the blessings you have in your life, you open up yourselves for many more positive opportunities. When you are thankful, your skin glows, your spirit radiates light and goodness. You feel lighter and refreshed. Actually, you look younger, and more people want to be in your presence. Try it, and you see how it changes you. Say thank you more often. Say it with every step. Say it with your every prayer. Feel genuinely grateful for the delightful things around you. You will be amazed at the wonderful surprises being thankful in life will give you. The fourth and final thing you need to be is you need to be very open-minded. Let's face it, life gets tough for all of us. It doesn't always go exactly as we planned it to. Sometimes we're up, other times we're down. But we can't roll over and let life beat us. As a matter of fact, sometimes not getting what you thought you wanted is a wonderful stroke of luck. We do not always know what is best for us, and luckily, God has an amazing way of stepping in and showing us that. Be open-minded. Be open-minded to the things that come your way. Do not limit yourselves. Be brave. Do not be fearful of the unknown. Change your perspective when necessary. Open your mind to different opinions and different thoughts, observations. Make constructive changes where necessary, and never ever be too afraid to start all over again. The greatest among us had to do things many times before they became great. Failure is not an ending. Trust the process and trust God's timing. Graduates, you have built strong foundations here at the Tyrell Williams Primary School. You have been prepped, you have been prepared to withstand life's future challenges. You have formed unforgettable bonds and have learned a myriad of lessons you will take with you through your entire lives. Be proud of yourselves. Celebrate your victory and give yourselves a hearty round of applause. I think you should do that now. And so, let me end with my wish for all of you. And my wish is that you embrace growth, that you embrace excellence, that you may be kind and generous, that you may appreciate the incredible things in your life and say thank you often. And may you always have the mindset that allows you to keep going. And with this blessing, may you go forth and do magnificent things. I speak for all of us here today when I say that we applaud you, we encourage you, we celebrate you, we believe in you, and we love you. And again, my heart is congratulations. And thank you for having me. And it is really my great privilege to be in your presence here today. Thank you.